You're not broke because you're lazy. You're broke because no one ever taught you how to act in the right way. And if you don't change this now, all your hard work will keep going to waste. We've all been taught that the key to success is working hard, grinding day after day until something changes. But if that were true, then every person working multiple jobs would be wealthy. Clearly, effort alone isn't the secret. What truly separates those who succeed from those who stay stuck isn't how much they do, but how they do it. There's a difference between being busy and being effective. And that difference lies in what Wallace Wattles called acting in a certain way. Right action isn't about overloading your calendar or forcing results through endless hustle. It's about moving with clarity and confidence. When your actions are aligned with a clear vision, and you take them with belief and purpose, they carry a different energy, and energy that begins to attract results instead of chase them. It's not the number of hours you put in, it's the quality of your presence while doing each thing. Someone who takes a single action with full intention can make more progress than someone who rushes through a dozen tasks with scattered focus. The power lies in alignment. When your actions reflect faith, gratitude, and vision, they multiply. That's when wealth begins to move, not because you did more, but because you acted right. Every movement you make toward your goal carries energy, and that energy can either be scattered or focused. Purposeful action is the secret ingredient that transforms ordinary effort into powerful momentum. When you act with purpose, you're not just going through the motions or doing something because you feel obligated. You're choosing each step intentionally, with a clear connection to your bigger vision. This gives even the smallest task meaning and magnetism. It's not about doing more, it's about doing with awareness. That shift in energy makes your actions resonate on a higher level. Whether you're making a phone call, writing an email, or having a conversation, if you bring focus, clarity, and inner belief to it, the outcome begins to shift in your favor. Purpose amplifies effectiveness. Without it, your work feels dull, your days feel mechanical, and your results come slowly if at all. But with it, you're no longer guessing your way forward. You're moving with inner certainty. That's the real value of purposeful action. It doesn't just produce outcomes, it changes who you become in the process. You start acting like someone who already believes their success is inevitable. And that mindset, it's what turns every step into a building block of wealth. One of the biggest traps that blocks people from receiving what they want is waiting for the right time, the perfect opportunity, or a sign that it's finally safe to begin. But here's the truth. Waiting is the enemy of wealth. Every moment you delay action, you disconnect from the creative flow. The universe doesn't respond to hesitation, it responds to movement. When you act, you send a clear signal, I'm ready, and that signal begins to draw the people, resources, and circumstances you need. You don't have to know exactly how everything will unfold, you just need to begin. Start with what you have, where you are, and do what you can. It's not about being fully prepared, it's about being fully committed. Successful people aren't always the most skilled, they're the ones who take initiative. They move when others freeze. They create momentum instead of waiting for it. And that's what opens doors. Every day you choose to act, no matter how small the step, you build momentum. And momentum compounds. Don't wait for certainty created through movement. Because in the end, wealth doesn't come to those who wait. It comes to those who decide and act. Your greatest power isn't found in the past or even in the future, it lives in the present moment. This is where decisions are made, energy is focused, and change begins. Yet most people overlook it. They either dwell on what's already happened or worrying about what hasn't arrived. But success is never created in the what was or the what if, it's created in the what now. When you learn to give your full attention to the task right in front of you and do it with presence, faith, and purpose, you activate a force that multiplies results. It doesn't matter how small the task may seem. When done in the right mindset, it becomes part of a larger chain reaction leading toward your goal. The future is shaped by how well you show up in this moment. So instead of obsessing about what's next, put your full energy into what's now. That's where your creative power lives. Every action you take today, no matter how simple, becomes a brick in the foundation of your future. So do it with clarity, do it with confidence, and most importantly, do it like it matters, because it does. One of the fastest ways to block your progress is by fixating on the outcome. When you constantly check for signs, doubt the process, or obsess over timing, you interrupt the very flow that's trying to deliver what you asked for. Acting in a certain way means doing your part and then letting go of the rest. Your job is not to force the result, but to stay aligned with your vision and move forward with trust. When you plant a seed, you don't keep digging it up to see if it's growing. You nurture it and allow nature to take over. Results come when your focus is on the action, not the outcome. This doesn't mean you don't care about your goals. It means you've developed enough faith to know that what you desire is on its way, even if you can't see it yet. When your attention stays on the work, not on whether it's working, you remain calm, steady, and productive. That's the energy that attracts success faster. Detach from how and when it shows up. Keep doing your part with intention and belief. And trust that the results are aligning behind the scenes even better than you planned. Many people overlook the opportunities right in front of them because they seem too small or too ordinary. They wait for something bigger to appear: an ideal job, a perfect client, or a breakthrough idea before giving their best. But the truth is, every opportunity, no matter how minor it seems, is a stepping stone towards something greater. Acting in a certain way means treating every task, interaction, or moment as if it's connected to your vision, because it is. There are no throwaway moments in the creative process. The energy you bring to each step matters. When you pour excellence into the work you have today, you open the door for more. The universe responds to effort given in faith. It notices when you show up with presence, gratitude, and a standard of excellence even when no one's watching. The person who gives their all to what they already have is signaling readiness for more. And more always follows. Don't wait for a better moment. Treat every current task like it's part of the masterpiece you're building, because that's exactly what it is. In today's world, it's easy to confuse being busy with being productive, but not all motion leads to progress. You can be in constant action and still go nowhere if that action isn't aligned with your vision. That's what Wallace Wattles calls wasted motion, activity without direction. Acting in a certain way requires that you not only move, but that you move with purpose. It's not about how much you do, it's about how intentionally you do it. Scattered effort drains your energy, focused action builds momentum. Ask yourself, is this task moving me closer to the life I'm creating, or am I just doing it out of habit, fear, or pressure? When you act out of alignment, your results reflect that confusion. But when your choices are guided by clarity, belief, and purpose, each step compounds your success. You don't need to do more. You need to do what matters without distraction, without guilt, and without overthinking. Eliminate the noise. Keep your energy focused on what's essential. Because the more aligned your action is, the less effort is required and the faster results begin to appear. True action, the kind that produces real change, is always backed by belief. When you act without faith, your energy is scattered, hesitant, and uncertain. But when you act with the inner knowing that what you want is already being arranged, your movements carry power and results follow faster. Acting in faith means moving forward even when there's no physical evidence yet. It means doing the work with confidence, not because you see the outcome, but because you trust it's already unfolding. That trust becomes a magnet that aligns your thoughts, emotions, and actions with the result you desire. This is not about blind hope, it's about a quiet, uncheckable certainty that your vision is real and on its way. Faith keeps your energy clean. It removes the need for proof and replaces it with peace. That peace creates space for opportunity to show up. Every action you take in faith tells the universe, I'm ready, and the universe always responds to readiness. So act not from desperation, but from decision. Let each move you make reflect the person who already believes in the outcome. Because when faith powers your action, results become inevitable, not by force, but by alignment. Gratitude isn't just a feeling, it's a powerful frequency that enhances everything you do. When you take action with a thankful heart, you raise your energetic vibration, aligning yourself with the flow of abundance. Gratitude is what keeps your spirit open and your mind clear as you move toward your goals. Acting without gratitude often leads to impatience or frustration. But when you're grateful in the process, not just for what's coming, but for what you already have, you remain connected to the source of all creation. This connection matters. It strengthens your belief, steadies your emotions, and keeps your thoughts focused on expansion rather than lack. Every grateful action becomes infused with positive energy, which the universe mirrors back to you. So before you move, pause, acknowledge what's working, appreciate what you have, and then act with confidence. Gratitude transforms ordinary effort into creative power, and it turns each step into a celebration of what's already on the way. Acting in a certain way isn't a one-time technique, it's a new way of being. It's not about checking boxes or following steps just to get results. It's about becoming someone who consistently thinks, feels, and moves in harmony with abundance. When your actions consistently reflect vision, purpose, faith, and gratitude, you're no longer chasing success, you're embodying it. And that embodiment makes you magnetic. The right people, opportunities, and resources begin to flow toward you, not because you're lucky, but because you've aligned yourself with the laws that govern wealth. This transformation is internal. It's about shifting your identity. You start seeing yourself as someone who's already successful, already supported, already becoming the person you were meant to be. And when your inner world reflects that belief, your outer world catches up. It's not about being perfect, it's about being intentional. Keep acting with confidence, even when results take time. Keep moving with clarity, even when the path seems quiet. This isn't just about achieving wealth, it's about becoming a powerful creator of it. So step forward not as someone trying to get rich, but as someone who acts like they already are. Leave a like to strengthen our community, share it with someone who needs this content. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and activate the notification bell. Thanks.